All right, it's time for another week. ZTGD Radio. This is episode 875, December 29th, 2025, the final show of 2025. And on the show, we have Anthony.
Hello.
We have Terrence.
What up?
We got the Wombat. Y'all got your list done? Game of the year?
Ha.
No, I have like
What a
the
nice
list.
thing to assume.
I just got to narrow it down. So
Yeah, I've been
They don't usually
revisiting.
do that until a couple weeks into January.
Yeah, it's like the second week of January we usually do that. So
okay, that's cool.
yeah, we're not doing it next week. No.
Yeah,
No.
because I have to shift a bunch of shit now.
I had to fucking. I was revisiting a bunch of games from 2025 for the past couple weeks. I'm like, maybe I don't like this as much as I thought I did, and this one, like, maybe I like it more. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's a couple
I've
things from
done.
early in the year that I had anticipated going back to play for Game of the Year, and then the year just keeps getting later and later, and it's like, yeah, I'm not
Well-
going to get back to that.
I got bad news for you. You got 3 days.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Like I had intended on going back to Eternal Strands
oh God, I
which came out
forgot
this
about
year.
that game.
in case anybody forgets.
I've
Um,
played some of it.
But
They've
I'm
a
not
lot.
I'm not getting back to that.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I don't think that game
Yeah,
was
it's
very
probably
good.
fine.
Oh, but let's kick it off with Anthony. What
Yeah.
you got? What you got?
So I've played more Ball X Pit. Man, that game is addictive. I introduced my friend to fucking Vampire Survivors. I can't believe he hadn't played that. So I'm like, congratulations, you're up. And just handed him the controller and kind of helped him get some of the fusions going. But he's like, oh, I don't have a lot of time to game most of the days. I'm like, yeah, so these are maximum at 30 minutes. You can't.
Right.
That's a run, bud. So he's like, what happens at 30 minutes? I'm like, yeah, just keep playing. And the person death just comes out and murders you immediately. I'm like, and I turned to him and I said, you can kill him. And he went, what? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm assuming he actually said, I'm assuming you need a very specific build. I'm like, yep. Because I wanted to show him the absurdity that is is Mega Bonk. I like Mega Bonk. I don't love Mega Bonk. Like, I just don't think it's as smart of a game as Vampire Survivors for what it is. You know what I mean? Did not realize, like, I beat the boss, but because I was like the first couple times I beat the boss, I was sort of kiting it, right? Like I was bringing it a little bit further, moving around it, stuff like that. So I wasn't near the portal, and then the ghosts rush in when you're done, and so I assumed that was the end. And it's like, no, you can go
Actually,
through the portal.
The ghosts rush in on a time limit.
Right? Yeah. Well, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying though. Like I was cutting it close. They do not give
Gotcha.
you a ton of time to play a level. So, I'm like, okay, so I finished it, and then I just assumed that was the end. It's like, no, you can go through the portal.
Yeah.
Well, I would love for the game to fucking tell me that.
I thought it put a little thing on your map when the portal opened.
I mean, that map sucks. I'm just gonna say it. That map sucks, especially when I'm trying to find the portal in the fucking first place to summon the boss.
That is part of the game. You're supposed to follow like those winds when it gets
the
close.
winds, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I just.
But yeah, no, I agree. It's not the best. It's not the best
So, anyways,
map.
I do like that game. It's just like it's never going to be Vampire Survivors. I never feel like I'm doing these crazy things like I am in Vampire Survivors. Now I've had a pretty decent build with like Chad, and I do like its sense of humor, which is a little bit more just like it's not even meme humor. It's like the irony of meme humor. which is a very weird thing to put. Like, it's so, like, just, isn't this stupid? Isn't this the stupidest way to talk? Maybe him skill issue? Question mark, when you die? It's like, I don't know. I appreciate that it's dumb. I do have a lot to unlock still. So I'm sure it'll get better with more unlock. It's kind of how Bollocks Pit is going as well. I got a Switch 2. I immediately so EB Games up here in Canada had I needed a memory card for it, and they had a 512 for like $90 Canadian. I understand it sounds like it's a lot of money, but I understand that like that's just the price I was gonna have to pay. So I went to EB Games. I was gonna pick up Donkey Kong Bonanza anyways. That was not on sale. I get there, and on sale they had the new Hyrule Warriors and Kirby Air Riders so they're $100 up here. Just straight up, they're $99.99 before tax. They had them for $30 off. So I went, yeah. So I picked up both of those. I have not played either of those yet, just because of timing. I also picked up while I was there, and this is only going to interest Terrence, the DC Sonic crossover figures. I got Amy as Wonder Woman, Sonic as Flash, and Silver as Green Lantern. Shadow is unfortunately a part of a box set. They didn't have it there, which is fine because I don't need that. I don't need a Dark Side figure. Yeah, so I picked up those. So what I've played on my Switch 2, the first thing I did was start up Mario Odyssey. I love that game. And I just wanted to walk around New Donk City with a little bit of an upgrade. And then I have played some Mario Kart World. I still kind of feel the same about that game. It's good. It's not a bad game. It's just some things don't need to have the Mario Odyssey formula put on it, and kart racing is one of them. One thing that does have the Odyssey formula on it, though, that's very good is Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm not breaking down any barriers that by saying that, because holy shit, yeah, that's I'm really in love with that game. Yeah,
it's a great game.
Yeah, I can see. The weird part is like, okay, yeah, most like everything is destructible except for like certain aspects of the world. So I'm not surprised that it needs a little bit more processing power. But the thing that I think really set it off was the fucking map. That map is fucking great.
It's so great it slows the fucking system down.
Yep. but like, can you imagine that on a Switch?
Oh, dude, it wouldn't work.
Just fucking, just
crawl.
Just,
Yeah, it would just completely crawl.
You'd smell it smoking and melting.
Yeah, Mario would pop out of the back of your Switch and be like, "Mamma mia!"
Anyone that uses Telegram, by the way, this is just while you say "Mamma mia," it reminds me. If you do the little Italian hand emoji, and you just send that, and then you click on it, it makes a bunch of Italian stuff appear, like pizza, the Leaning Tower. I want to say the Colosseum, and fucking Mario pops out too.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. No. I mean, like, I can't really say anything that hasn't been said about that game. I'm on the second area. What was it? Sublayer 200, something like that. I've defeated the first boss. And I can Bonanza.
Banana.
I wish that was more like the sound from the N64 game. The vocalization of that, because that is one of my favorite sound clips.
Have you made it to the place where you sleep yet? Where you can build like a little, and it plays the DK rap.
Oh no, I have not played that yet.
Yeah,
I do have a place. I have gotten to a place where I could sleep, and it gave me an extra heart. Um,
There's a jukebox that pops up with that you can like play the tracks that you find, like the records you
oh,
find.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm really impressed with it. I mean, it's Mario Odyssey with different controls, so I'm not very surprised that I love it. It's been taking most of my time. There's not really anything I can say that's It's one of those games where it's just like, yeah, man. There's nothing that I can say that's a negative about it. Like, I do think I wish the intro sequence just kind of told me just keep fucking going, that there really wasn't anything to fucking find in that first area. But whatever. I didn't not enjoy my time there. Like it was like, oh, you can really fly through that fucking first section. You don't have to explore very much. There ain't fucking anything hidden. So yeah, that's kind of where my time has been between that and just doing normal holiday shit. So
You got you have the Switch expansion pack, don't you?
yeah. I've installed the Zelda stuff. I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, those are like game changing to me. Like
I mean, so like, oh, I forgot. I did get the upgrade packs for give me a second here. So I got the upgrade packs for I gotta switch to downloaded software every time. I got the upgrade pack for Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know you found a difference in it, and yes, it does look better. But that game still looked fantastic.
oh no, it looks great, but the added stuff to it is nice.
It's just one of those things where it's like, now that I've seen it, is this worth the money?
It's $10, right?
Yeah, well, 15 for me. But yeah, it's $10, and it's just like, is it worth the money? Like I because I bought them with the vouchers. I already had saved that money, and like even adding the $15 on wouldn't, because I got the one for Pokemon ZA as well, which I have not tried out. It was like, there's still less than what I would pay for the Switch 2 version, so I was like, okay, fuck it. I do have the Kirby and the Forgotten Land as well.
That actually adds new area.
Yeah. So, yeah, my biggest frustration is I know that certain games have gotten like a bit of a performance boost on the Switch 2.
Bakaru was a big one for me.
I can find pieces of information scattered, but no one's actually done like just a fucking spreadsheet of like.
I found a spreadsheet at one point. I'll have to see if I can find it again.
Okay, because I'm gonna say I could not find like just a fucking Google Doc where it's like, here's everything that we've noted. So, yeah, like I know that Hyrule Warriors, the original, runs a bit smoother, which is not a surprise. Yeah. Also, God, they really still need to fix those fucking apps for backwards compatible stuff. Like the GameCube app having the fucking minus button at the bottom of the screen the entire time. Still drives me fucking nuts. Just let me get rid of it. Also, I hate the setup of that, where it's like they show you the American and the European versions. I don't fully comprehend why I need to see both, but alright. Because it makes it look like there's more games in there than there actually is, because it's like only like 5 GameCube games. So, that's weird. We'll say I do like the minor redesign of the actual like OS. But yeah, now I'm just putting in game cards and going download updates. That's what I've been doing last night and into today. And that's it.
All right, we'll move on to Terrence.
I have been playing some more Yakuza 0. Still really like that game. I'm on chapter 7. Just got the cabaret management with Majima.
Wait,
I
like the
thought I
actual
was.
mini game?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude. Okay, so does that mean you have the real
Property
estate with?
thing. Yeah, I do. That was the
Okay,
last chapter. Yeah.
let me tell you the saga of that. Fucking the real estate. I would set up all the real estate, walk away, come do something on my computer for 15 minutes, and then walk back to the PS4, and then fucking up like redo everything, collect all my money, because you have to earn a certain amount of money to get, and you have to finish this. The there's a sub story attached to those that you have to finish to get the ultimate fighting style.
Okay.
The Kiryu side of that is fucking misery. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Yeah, it is boring and just a lot of sitting there to
Gotcha.
finish that. The Majima side is fucking great because you just keep playing that fucking game.
Yeah,
and I got so fucking good at it.
I enjoy that a lot more than the real estate. I only mess with the real estate thing for like a little bit, but like the bulk of what I've done since I've unlocked it has been trying to make my cabaret club
Have
better.
you gotten the
like,
old lady yet? The old lady sub story with like the pink hair?
No, I have not. No,
Okay.
I was able to recruit because I finished the sub story with the little girl who calls me daddy, who wants the dolls out of the little machines, and then there was the one where old girl was like using this dude and making her run around town and buy her shit and stuff. Like they were outside my club and I was able to recruit them. The one was a freaking platinum or a gold. Like I was able to recruit them. But yeah, okay, where the old lady? Go ahead.
The old lady ends up being like your best person.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, I fucking taking over the districts and beating out the other clubs. There's actually a big story attached to that as well. And that's where I like spent a ton of my time with like the original Yakuza 0 was just doing the cabaret thing. They actually brought that cabaret back for Fist of the North Star.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Where like if clients were getting rowdy, you don't ask them to leave or give them a gift. You literally punch them and their head explodes. Yeah. I fucking love that game.
No, I like that too. I haven't played far enough of it to actually unlock the I didn't realize it had a cabaret thing. But no, I do like the business management here. Done a bunch of side stories. I met some dude who literally is just running around and I guess masturbating. I don't. This game is crazy. This is fucking wild. Like his name is like Mr. Pervert or something. He's standing here. No, here I took a picture. Walking erection. That's what his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Bald guy sitting here in like just some tidy whities and some pink shoes. He's like, 3 rounds a day isn't enough for me. I'm like, okay.
The guy in the underwear.
Yeah.
Bald guy dances. You run into him and he's like dancing outside like a building. He's like, "Why don't you go and watch some videos and stuff?" And you're just like,
yes,
okay.
Yep. And so I did that because I was like, "What? I didn't even know this was a thing." And I'm like, "Is this what they do? This is what they got in Japan? You just take?"
Well, I mean,
and then I keep
like you walk around and like they got those phone booths that you can go into.
Yep, I've seen. Yep, and then people just are on the side of the street handing you tissues, and I immediately was like, "Oh, I know what this is for. This is a wild place, Japan." Wow, okay. So
which game has the diaper cafe? I can't remember. Is it 1? Is it first game?
I mean, Like a Dragon.
Is it Like a Dragon?
Okay. I think it's
Like a Dragon. Like a Dragon. At the beginning, you get the what are the helpers called that you can?
Pound. Yeah, the phone number.
Pound. Yeah, and that the one
mate.
guy's the diaper
Pound
guy.
Mate.
Yeah, Pound Mate. That's it.
That's what it's called.
Fucking,
yeah, I forgot about that.
God.
Yeah, that was wild too. Like, yeah, I just didn't know that they like. I mean, like I said, I done helped a girl who was selling her panties. I'm like, wow, okay, well, shit. And you just happen to just walk down the street and just overhear stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. But no, very very good game. So I thought I was making good headway. And then I Googled. I was like, oh, I'm on chapter 7. Let me see how this game has 17 chapters.
Mhm.
Mind you, I've already played for 22 hours.
Some of them
I'm
are
like,
not of the same length.
gotcha.
None of them are necessarily like super short, but there are a couple that are like
The man
this is
who erased
significantly
his
short.
name is the shortest one, and I think it clocks in at like 15 to 20 hours.
Yeah.
Man,
Well,
okay.
that's the game. No, I meant the chapters in Yakuza 0. Like some of them are shorter. But yeah, Yakuza
Those
0.
games
I
are
think
too
I
big.
paid. I think I got to like at least like 80 hours, but some of those were just me idling, waiting for the fucking sequence to the real estate sequence to end.
Did you actually
Yeah.
beat Yakuza 0?
Myself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I beat
I have
Yakuza
not.
0.
I have not.
I beat
I have
Yakuza
60 something
0.
hours in that game and have never finished it.
I beat Yakuza 0.
It's
Had all the fighting styles.
a really
Did
good
not
game.
finish. There was like 2 or 3 like sub stories I didn't finish.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is like the hardest fight in the game, and I was just like, I don't have the interest of going there to fight that guy. And then I finished Kiwami right after, and again, like maybe had like 2 sub stories I was missing, and I knew what
You
they
might need
were.
a
I just
break.
wasn't doing them.
That's a lot
And then
of-
I tried to go into Kiwami too, and I was just like, I'm going to take a break because like.
Yeah.
I think I went from Fist of the North Star to Yakuza 0 to Yakuza Kiwami.
Jesus God, man.
That's a lot.
The hardest one to get through was probably Fist of the North Star, because the desert in that game is not fantastic, but the fighting is top notch.
I love the fighting in that game. Yeah,
but honestly, I know that people are like Zero's the better story, and I'd agree. Man, Kiwami felt so good after Yakuza 0. Not because it plays better, it doesn't. But you fly through that game because it is like maybe 20 hours max. You're like, I'm clipping. Like, this is fucking like perfect pacing. So.
Well, I may very well end up playing all of them because I'm pretty invested at this point. Like, sometimes I find myself picking up a phone with some games during cutscenes and stuff. I haven't done that in Yakuza. Like, I legit am enjoying this story.
Yakuza 0 story is really good.
Yeah,
I was a really big fan of that.
I hate the fact that the cutscenes, like they play so long that the Xbox like idles.
The controller,
so the screen
yeah.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
I hold my controller stick to brighten it up. But yeah. Also, and I forgot about this, man, I didn't realize that this game literally has fucking Debo in it. Like, there's literally a nigga that walks around who randomly spawns, literally to steal your fucking money. He beats the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh man! And every time I see him, I'm like,
there's
I
2
got
of them.
his ass this time. It is, yeah. There's one on Kiryu's side and one on Moshima's side. Every time, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get him this time. Nah, he kicked my ass every single time. I'm like, God, oh man, it's just funny because I'm saying like, oh, there go Debo's ass. Oh, here we go. My boy gave me this chain. Like, come on, man. Like, but yeah,
when you have the ultimate fighting styles for both characters, those fuckers do not stand a chance.
Oh hell yeah! Okay. Yeah, I've been training with the old man with Majima, and then is he the one that had? Because somebody, I think it's Majima that has the dance group too. Because I got like the breakdance style, which is the fighting styles. This game is just really good. It is really good. I don't know why I waited so long to really mess with it, the Yakuza series, but yeah, I don't know. Even the little like diversions, like running into playing an arcade game or a crane game or something, like it's just super. You don't have to do any of that. It's just there. I don't know. It's a really good game. The other one that I've been playing, which I playing for review, they sent it. This game came out like 4 months ago or some shit. Inazuma 11 Victory Road, which is I guess it's an anime or a manga. I'm not sure. But it's a soccer RPG. Oh, okay. and I'm not a soccer fan really, at all. But what drew me to this is I saw clips of like the actual soccer matches because it's obviously not. It's less realistic than a FIFA game. Like you get like powers because it's an RPG and it's Japanese anime, so you get like a fire tornado kick and it does some super cool. Like you get some animated scene of the stuff happening, and you use the god hand of your goalie to try to stop that. And it's I don't know, it's a lot of fun. It definitely plays like each time you like run into another character, it's like a matchup. So like whether you're the defender, if you're the defender, you have to obviously stop them from getting around you, and then if you're on offense, you have to get around that defender. Like it's real simple. I don't know. The only problem I have with it is one, and they tell you this when you start the campaign, it's like you're going to be a really long time before you play football, and they weren't lying because I think it was 9 hours before I actually got to play a match in the story mode.
I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say?
Bro, and because it plays like
it's like that Persona shit,
like an anime.
Yeah, where you like just talk to people day-to-day stuff.
Yep. Yes, because you're in school, so you're
okay.
So
there
you're
is
in a school.
Gameplay though. There's not.
Oh yes.
Oh okay.
No, not just what. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
I don't feel as because I was just thinking like, are you literally telling me you watched like 3 feature-length movies, fucking back to back before you could fucking do anything?
You gotta get the backstory.
You're running around, you get the backstory because there's like this big mystery as to why the football club was outlawed at this school. So you solve that mystery, and along the way you meet other characters that you recruit to the football club that you're trying to build. And then there's these like RPG different battles, which is weird because you're a kid in that school. So like these bullies will, like the first one you run into, you're trying to get inside this building and these like bullies are standing outside. And so like they're like taunting you, like, no, you can't get past. And so your thing, like the battle is rock, paper, scissors. So you just choose, paper to their rock. And then you'll win. And he comes back and was like, no, you have to move aside. And then they take damage. Like it's real. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's real like kid friendly, I guess, because you're not actually hitting each other. You're just kind of using your words. You're arguing with them to convince
use your
them,
words.
Use your words.
Yeah, that is what it is. But yeah, so you run around and meet characters and kind of unveil the story before you actually are playing football. And there's like different training matches that you kind of do along the way before you actually get to play a real match and get this club going. But that's just a story mode. Outside of that, because I guess this is a very long and storied franchise, they have like this chronicle mode which you can jump right in and just start playing the football games. Soccer, they call it football. It's soccer is what I'm talking about. But through you play with the characters from the past series, like you can unlock them because it has like you get these souls is what it's called, that if you collect enough you can cash them in to summon that character from the past series or the past games. So fans of it, I'm sure, is super excited. I don't know who any of these people are, but it is fun. So I am enjoying myself with it. But I'll get a review written soon.
I can't believe it. I have it backwards. So Inazuma 11 was actually a game fucking first.
Sure.
I was sworn it was an anime.
It is. And it has a manga as well. I was correct on that as well. But no, it's a series from level 5. It started in 2008.
Manga.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and the cutscenes and stuff is all anime, which that's kind of level 5 thing. Like their stuff is pretty good visually.
Apparently, Inazuma stands for Lightning 11, so you could indeed fit this into my console from Eiffel 65.
Omega Boost.
Omega Boost.
Still the funniest.
Winning 11, so
I'm
you can
sorry.
It does say winning 11, yeah.
I'm sorry, but the funniest reference in that song has got to be X-Files, right?
Bloody raw
X-Files.
X-Files. I love the world. Come on.
Tekken 2.
I know it's winning 11. It's always going to be winning 11, and I get it. They're European, so they probably have more. But it's just the Ridge Racer, Odd World, winning 11. Like what?
That's
I have a
it.
feeling at this point, this podcast has introduced more people to that song than Eiffel 65 introduced to that song.
That is true. Here's a weird one. I sent it to Ken. I didn't want to spoil it. Fucking Austin Eruption used that fucking song in one of his videos, and I was like, I know who kept that alive though.
That's right. We're the OGs.
First to do a lot of things in the game, but the last to say it.
Old grandpas.
Fucking song is called My Console. What are we
console
doing?
with 2 L's.
With 2 L's. Okay. But no, that's it. That's pretty much the bulk of.
All right, we'll move on to the Wombat.
All right. Well, I haven't played a ton of stuff. Honestly, it's been busy, obviously, with the holidays and everything. I did, so non-game related, but I know we've got some people that play guitar that listen to this podcast. I did get for Christmas a Boss Katana Go, which is basically a headphone amplifier, and it is super cool. So if you play guitar, especially if you play obviously electric guitar, you should check this thing out because it's basically like having 30 different pedals available in a little headphone amplifier. So it's got a ton of effects, and then there's a bunch of effects that you can download off of Roland's website. So anyway, that's my PSA for the Boss Katana Go.
Not sponsored.
But yeah, not sponsored. I did also get the Sony Pulse earbuds for Christmas. Those are really nice earbuds, and they work very, very well with the Portal, of course, and the PlayStation. So yeah, I haven't used them enough yet to do a sort of a fuller deep dive on them, but
do they come
I
in
like
a
what
little
I've used so far.
slide-out container?
They do. Yeah, the case is actually pretty cool.
I was gonna say that's a pretty sharp looking case. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got almost like a cloth wrap around it that seals with a magnet. So you open that up and then you slide the case open and the earbuds are in there. It's pretty slick.
Yeah.
And like I said, the buds themselves are comfortable. So, yeah, and it's good for me because I have a Bluetooth adapter that I plug into my PlayStation today that I use my Beats earbuds with, and it just doesn't work all that consistently. I end up dropping sound. So these obviously pair much better.
No, those are that's just the Beats.
Well, yeah, I mean they're not the Beats are like the worst earbuds that I have. My AirPods are great. These Pulse headphones are great. The Beats I'm not super impressed with them.
Just because we're talking audio, I gotta say, like, Sony headphones have always been my favorite. The problem is, gotten more expensive over time. But like, back when wired earbuds were still a thing, I'd specifically spend more money to get theirs, just because of how good they are for sound quality, in comparison to even, I mean, at that time, I don't remember who the fucking other people were, but I love their sound quality because it's fairly flat. It's not Apple levels of flat, because I think they've probably got the most studio accurate at this point, but and you used to be like $20 for a pair of wired headphones from them that sounded as good as the $50 to $100 ones that were being sold too. I know people don't think of Sony anymore as like the audio company, but I've heard that their wireless headphones are actually fantastic, like the actual over the ear ones too. I think that's going to be the next upgrade in my life.
Yeah, I have a pair of $20 Sony headphones plugged into my guitar as we speak, and they sound great. I will say they're kind of older, so the ear cups sort of degraded, but the they still sound good. So,
Um,
um,
I'll have to find the website for you. There's a website that sells new ear cups for a lot of different headphones.
okay.
My dad used them, and I had to change his fucking earphone cups out on a Sony headset for his PS5.
Okay.
So I'll
Interesting.
get that from him.
Yeah, appreciate that. Um, so yeah, so I did play some more Astrobot since I wanted to mess around with the Portal some more and test these headphones on it. Um, and that game, of course, is still really good. I still need to go back and finish that at some point. I never actually finished it because other stuff came out that I wanted to play. So at some point, I got to go back and finish that. But I played some more of it. I played some more Kingdoms of the Dump. I really like that game, and it's I'm still pretty early, but anybody who likes that sort of Super Nintendo style RPG should check it out because it's really good. Um, what else did I play? Oh, so I finished. Terrence will be interested in this. I finished the new third and final DLC for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Um, and it's shorter than the first DLC. So the first
Hmm.
DLC was Brushes with Death, right? Which is it's like a story mission kind of thing. And it was pretty long. And then the second DLC was the Legacy of the Forge, which adds a ton of stuff. That adds all the forge and the home that you can build and all the basically never ending blacksmith missions. This one is much more self-contained, and it's actually, so anybody who played the first game knows that there's a mission in the first game where, God, now I'm getting it mixed up as to whether it's in the first game or the second game. I think it's in the first game where Henry basically sneaks into a monastery, and you basically have to do some missions in the monastery to uncover part of a secret. Um, and this is similar, only you're not sneaking in this time. You go. The setup to the DLC is you go to a monastery with a physician, because the physician wants to go see King Wenceslas, but he can't because the Sigismund won't let him. So he's hoping that the abbot of this monastery can give him a pass, basically, to go see Wenceslas. So Henry gets asked to accompany him to the monastery, basically as a bodyguard, just in case anything happens along the way. And so he gets wrapped in basically to this mystery in the monastery. The cool thing about this DLC is that it's very different than the rest. When you go to the monastery, you get your armor and your weapons taken away, because they don't want you having armor and weapons in the monastery. Um, so it's a DLC that's really focused on your scholarship ability, your speech and charisma abilities, and basically your just sort of your ability to solve kind of a mystery that's
Hmm.
happening at this monastery. And it's really cool. I won't spoil any of it, but it plays out really well. It's got three primary sort of side quests that you can do. I would recommend doing all three because they all three sort of add something a little deeper to the mystery. And one of them is technically a side quest, but it's required actually to finish the DLC. So um, the yeah, it plays out really well. It sort of turns into kind of a stealth game halfway through. So make sure when you go to the monastery, because you can't leave once you're there until you finish the DLC. So make sure if you're playing it that when you go to the monastery, you have your whatever outfit you use as your sneaking outfit. Make sure you take that with you, because there will be some sneaking around. But
Patrick,
yeah, it's a really good DLC. A nice way to sort of finish it off. And you can obviously, because it's Kingdom Come, keep playing after the DLC's over. So that game is basically endless. And I'm sure I'll be playing it at least a little bit until whatever next game they come out with comes out. Because it's kind of a forever game for me at this point. What else did I play? I played Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which that is really good. I'm playing through the campaign, and so I'm trying to use the characters that the campaign suggests you use, both so I can unlock the challenges and just, I don't know, because it's suggesting them, so I feel like I should use them. So far, I think I like Wolverine the best. I'm a little surprised that I like Nova as much as I like Nova, because I'm not really super huge on him. But I've used him a couple times, and he's pretty good. He's a pretty good character in that game.
Yeah, I use him a lot too.
I was not super. Captain America's pretty good. I was not super huge on Iron Man. He's fine, but I'm not. It wasn't all about him in this game, but I haven't used all the characters yet, so we'll see how it goes as I unlock some more. I played some Ball X Pit really just to sort of start it up on Xbox because I had played the demo on Steam. Like Anthony, I really like that game. I think it's a cool take on that genre, and I'm all about sort of even relatively new genres getting a little flip on their head or a combination. So it's that's a cool game. And
Sorry, which one?
Pass. Ball X Pit.
Yeah, I showed my friend yesterday, and he even pointed out, because one thing that I like. I mean, the game is fantastic, and I love the fact that you can like fuse fully leveled stuff that doesn't actually go together into one ball.
Yeah,
like more of that, please. But he even said it, and I thought it was just maybe being like, oh, because I sometimes get in the weeds and stuff, as people know from this podcast. But he was like, I really like the art style. That weird, it kind of looks 2D, but it's clearly a 3D model.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was on Game Pass. Yeah, I recommend it to everybody then, even more so, because I bought it on Steam. What a fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
I played it. I had told y'all when I played it.
I listen. I just
forever ago.
Oh, I know, and I'm pretty sure Drew came and gave me shit too. But it's
Drew
just
plays 3 games a year. He can't give you shit.
I know, exactly. But but my thing is, like, you know what? Like, how many? Not to give credit to Ken, but like,
oh, sorry.
Well, not in this case, anyways. But like, how many of these games come out a year? Right? Do you want to spend all your time on games that have this sort of, gameplay loop of, like, I don't want to say even rogue at this point, because it's totally not that anymore even. It's just this randomized run-based stuff. And it's like, I don't know, like, there's a lot of those. And yeah, some of them are good. Some of them are, like, good until everybody decides that there's a better one. So I'm like, I don't know. I shouldn't have questioned it, because Devolver published it, and they seem to be pretty on top of things consistently. But like, yeah,
their curation is very good.
And the other thing is that, like, I know people keep saying it's Breakout. It really isn't.
It's not really Breakout. I mean, it's got a little bit. I mean, obviously the core of the game with kind of shooting balls,
the breaking of bricks, sure, but you don't have to bounce the ball to the bottom. Because my thing was, if that was the case, like, Wizorb did that a decade ago. So it's just like, yeah, no, it's not that at all. So if you're, like, not a Breakout fan, it's more of a sort of a twin stick shooter.
That's a good way to put it. It's a twin stick shooter with
an alleyway,
ricocheting projectiles.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, once I got into it that way, I was like, oh, okay, all right, this is very, very good.
Yeah,
And the
there's
city
been
building,
no. Go ahead.
the city building is I did not expect to be I enjoy it as much as I did.
Yeah,
So
there are I'll say three games here in the last several months that I've played that are new or interesting spins on relatively recently established genres. And all three of them were, I think, really good. Megabonk is one, He Is Coming is one, and then this is the other one.
yeah, I have all
Um,
three of those games. The only one I haven't played is He Is Coming.
you should play it. It's really
Oh,
neat.
it's there.
Who is he?
I don't
He
want to
Devil?
know.
is
I don't want to know.
The
he is
Dark
like
Lord.
a technically it's like the end boss, but the He Is Coming kind of plays out with every boss that you fight because Terrence, I don't think you were here last week when I was talking about this. So just in case other people weren't here when I was talking about it either, since I've already brought it up, He Is Coming is it's a roguelite. So Ken's excited.
Shocker.
But it's different because it's an auto battler. So what you're doing is basically you have 3 days to try and gear yourself up. And a little bit like a survivor game, you can combine different pieces of gear to get bonuses. And the goal is to try to basically beat as many bosses in a row as you can before you get killed. But it looks like a really old school computer game from like the 80s. So it's like Ultima
It
1
tickles the
style.
Ultima, yeah, the
Yeah,
Ultima part of.
Oh, nice.
right. But it's very simplistic in that you can even if you press Y, you don't even have to do any of the auto battles against actual enemies. It just does it for you and gives you whatever you got and does whatever to your health it needed to. Um, but it's the He Is Coming part is the fact that you each run to a boss is 3 days. And so when you get to the final day, the whole screen, you start to hear footsteps and the whole screen shakes. And that's your cue, basically, that the boss is coming.
Nice.
Um,
Okay.
Have you played,
so,
Ryan? Have you played? I'll ask you the one that I think you're more likely to. Have you played Void Bastards?
no, I have not.
I played that.
Okay,
I,
so the sequel Wild Bastards is the same setup as this game, but you do all the battles as first person arena shooters
oh, interesting. Okay.
with a sort of a hero shooter mentality because every character has like a different weapon and abilities, but um, you have a certain amount of time before the people come because you're outlaws in space, and then you have a certain amount of turns to move around the map, and after those amount of turns, the harder characters start landing on the planet, and they just keep coming.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like this game.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that game is cool. And I mean, it's what, $10 right now? Yeah, you just posted it, $10.
Yeah, I see it.
Um,
Okay.
it's a cool twist on roguelike. Just don't go into it expecting like a super deep gameplay experience because it's an auto battler, right? It's just about scouring the map to try to find the best combination of equipment you can to try to survive as long as you can.
Gotcha.
It doesn't have like a deep and engaging combat system. You just sit and watch numbers on a screen. Um, but it scratches a unique itch, I think. So the other game that I played this week that I think Ken can talk about too, that scratches a unique itch, is PBA Bowling 2026.
The most exciting game name ever.
Yeah, that's right. I'll tell you though, I love bowling, number one, and I used to play all of the pro bowling games that came out, the Brunswick World Tour on the SNES and on the PlayStation, and the second one on the PlayStation, and some of the ones that have come to Xbox, but they've been pretty shitty, honestly.
Yes, they have.
Did you play the
Um,
greatest bowling game which is Tekken Bowl.
I have played Tekken Bowl. Yes,
Excellent.
I have.
Excellent.
The and 10 Pin Alley, or was it? Is it 10 Pin
10
Alley? Or is
Pin
that the one
Alley
on Super
was
Nintendo?
yeah. What was on
Yeah.
PlayStation?
What's the one on Super Nintendo?
Oh,
There was a goofy bowling game on Super Nintendo.
maybe it was 10 Pin Alley before, because I know there's one on PlayStation.
Let's see. Hold on. 10 Pin. This is great.
Yeah, like Google time.
This is great.
Who cares? This
so
podcast has
10
never been known for quality. Shut up.
Yeah, so 10 Pin Alley was on the PlayStation. What was the one on Super Nintendo? SNES bowling games.
Oh God.
Super
Side note,
Bowling. That's the one I'm thinking of.
I
Super
mean,
Bowling.
it was right there. Super bowling. Yeah.
Yeah, Super Bowling is fun because it's got like the goofy characters and stuff. But
It's
it's
no
not.
Milo's
I mean,
Astro Lanes.
it's not a. It's not
I
a.
love that game.
What do you call it? It's not a sim bowling game, right? Super Bowling. It's more of like a goofy kind of comic arcade game, bowling game. But
I've never
so
seen that game in my life.
you
What?
haven't?
I
No.
haven't either.
Yeah,
Huh.
I'll be looking that up.
it's actually a pretty fun bowling game. It's got a turkey character that doesn't really. It's supposed to be a turkey. It doesn't really look like a turkey.
There's a great bowling game on the Neo Geo, and I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
League bowling.
It might be League Bowling.
Does it have a character that looks like Cool Spot on the cover?
No, the one I'm thinking of, like when you're playing, there's a girl on the side that cheers.
That's League bowling.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
that's the one I'm thinking of.
It's you can get that on the Switch.
Yeah, you can get it on about anything. Yeah.
So
Also,
the
hold on, just quickly.
go ahead.
This is the. Do you see why I said it looks like Cool Spot on the cover?
Oh yeah, that's cool spot.
Looks like Japanese Cool Spot. Just give him eyebrows. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That game
Legally
is that
distinct.
game's great.
So the game, I mean, my family and I spent so many hours playing Brunswick World Tournament on the Super Nintendo back in the day. So yeah, I love bowling, and so it's great. I think that there is a new pro bowling game out that is actually really good. I love the way it controls.
Yeah, the control in that game is really cool.
It controls way better, way more interestingly than most of these games control. Most of the time, you end up with like a meter. At least in the Brunswick games, you had a meter. This game, it takes a little bit of getting used to. You have to basically hold back on the right analog stick to start your approach, and then you hold left on the left analog stick to control how much hook you want to put on the ball, and then you have to push the right analog stick forward in the sort of right aiming direction at the right time to release the ball. And it's tricky, and it takes a little getting used to, but once you get used to it, it starts to become pretty natural. And I've only played the demo, so I can't really comment on the depth. Ken, I'm sure you can talk about that, but
I haven't played a ton of it, but
a-
yeah, there's a lot of modes and career mode and all that stuff. So
yeah, it's got a career mode. It does feel like there's two ways that sports games go in 2026, right? One way is you've got a fully voiced story mode that is like 5 or 6 hours long and has cutscenes and all this shit. And the other way is we've got a career mode. It's really just a couple of menus and some tournaments, which is, what Top Spin was like and what PGA was like this year. And this game seems to be the same. But it plays well enough that it kind of gets away with that, I think. So yeah, I really, really liked the demo. I don't know that I would pay $40 for it, and the demo actually has enough content that I feel like if I ever want to go back and play it, I could probably just play the demo. But it, which is kind of bad for me to say because I've been begging for a good new bowling game for a while.
You're not
So
supporting
there's part
the
of me that
devs.
says, right, yeah, there's a part of me that says, well, maybe you ought to buy this to prove to them that there's an audience out there, but maybe they shouldn't have released such an expansive demo.
I mean, how could you
Um,
not buy it just for that cover?
Dude,
That man's
the
hair is
Hair.
epic.
Crazy. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, and it's also, I think, one of the first uh, pro bowling games to be released since sort of the surge of two-handed bowling in the professional ranks, which wasn't really a thing back in the day. But Kyle Troop, who's the guy that's on the cover, I think is a two-handed bowler. So it's you can pick that when you're selecting how you want to bowl in the game, if you want to bowl two-handed. Yeah, that I think is it in terms of what I played. I mean, that's enough, but
All right. What did I play? trying to remember. I played through Terminator 2D No Fate. Do you like Terminator 2?
Yes.
Do you
Great movie.
like Sega Genesis games?
Sure. Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah. Also yes. Oh well, then.
It's 45 minutes long.
Oh, I don't love that.
Oh shit.
It is designed to be played through multiple times. So, for those who don't know, it's 2D side.
I'm glad we all waited on this game.
So let me explain. So it follows the movie pretty much to a T, and I respect the licensing that they got for this. So I think I talked about a little bit about it last week, where they have all the character likenesses, which is cool. They also license the music. So if you watch the movie, you play the sequence where Arnold comes back and he goes in the bar and gets the clothes. When you walk in the bar, they play Dwight Yoakam during that fight.
Jesus.
And then when you
that's
get to
awesome.
and then when you get to the boss, they play Bad to the Bone when you're doing the
Nice.
boss fight. And also there is a fully nude Arnold Schwarzenegger pixel, which I never thought I would say in my life that is a thing. But each level just kind of like takes you through the movie sequences. So you do the sewer chase, you do the chase at the end, you go in to destroy the chip in Skynet and all that stuff. There are sequences where you go into the future where you're playing as John Connor to get to the point where you can program the T-800 to go back. While the playthrough is 45 minutes, what is designed here is that the first time you play through it, you'll come to a couple of choice sections. For example, when you first go to Dyson's house where she was going to kill him, there's an option to kill him, but you can't do it on your first playthrough. So once you finish it, you can go back through and make that choice, and you get a different timeline of things to play through. So that is kind of the hook to this game, is that you're going to play through it multiple times.
I guess that's kind of neat.
Okay,
Yeah.
that all right. That sounds better.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's a couple of those sequences that you can choose throughout the game, and the game even tracks it. So like when you finish it, it's like which path did you take, how many people did you kill, how many times did you die. So it's very much an arcade style game. I think a lot of people hear 45 minutes and the thing is $30. That is a little that's tough to swallow, but you can see where the money went with like the likenesses and the licensed music. And I still need to play through all the timelines to see if it's worth it, but I'm thinking you probably will get about, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours if you play everything. But you really, really, really have to be a fan of Terminator 2 and Genesis side-scrolling shooters, because that's all it is. 100% that's all it is. There's nothing like... There's a couple vehicle levels, but the rest of the game is just shooting. Like, left to right, shoot everything in front of you. That's literally all. There's no upgrades. There's no, like, RPG paths. There's nothing. Just walk, shoot, pick up a power-up every now and then. That's it. There was a big sale on the Saturn collection games that came. So I picked up a bunch of those. I picked up Assault Suit Lanos 2, Strikers, all three Strikers 1945 games. So I was playing a bunch of that. Those are great games to play. And then I went down a rabbit hole of like doing some 360 stuff because I got a controller to review that is a 360. It's from a company called Retro Fighters, and it is probably the best 360 style controller that I've ever used third party wise. Like it's almost.
So sorry, this is a 360 controller?
Yes, it's 100% a 360 controller. It comes with a wireless dongle. You plug it in, comes right on. Like, and the feel of it is very much like as close to the 360 as I've ever felt from a third party controller. So I went.
So it's the Hunter 360?
It's the Hunter 360. Yeah, that's the one I'm playing with.
Okay.
I
think I've said this before. I have two controllers from them.
Yes.
I have the Brawler 64, which
the fighting game style controller for the 64.
Well, it's not really. I mean, you can because it aligns the 6 buttons, of course. No, it puts an analog stick on the left hand side.
Oh, nice.
So it's the analog stick is on the left hand side. The D-pad is underneath. The L and R buttons are normal, but it gives you 2 actual triggers that are both the Z button.
Oh, that's nice, because the one from Polymega cattywonks the ZL and the ZR with the Z button. So
here, this is the one that this is the one of the ones I have. So that's what the controller looks like.
Did you
now
post
I know
something?
That they did
Because I don't see anything.
Oh, I sent that. Fuck, god damn it! Sent it to the wrong spot.
I was like, I still see cool spot.
Yeah. So that's the one, and then I also have. Oh, they don't have it here anymore. I have a Dreamcast controller from them as well. But weirdly enough, it is not here.
Maybe it's out of print or something.
Well, those say it's out of stock, but yeah, apparently they don't have it. I love their stuff. That they are.
Yeah, controller is.
I backed that Brawler on Kickstarter before they had a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I love this controller. Like, I got the translucent green one. This is the one that they sent me, so I really like the way it looks. And it feels quality. Like it's got like a heft to it. It's a really nice build. It's got micro switch buttons. It's real nice. The only thing that I've noticed, and I'm going to email the guy about it before I write my review, is like when I was navigating through the 360 menu, the D-pad every now and then would seem to get stuck, and it would just be moving to the right. You know what I mean? Like you're like cycling through games, and like you're going left, 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 and all of a sudden it just goes brrr, like real fast. So I'm wondering if that's a
weird.
defect in the controller or if something else is going on.
I sent so it's a Striker is what the Dreamcast controller is called.
Oh yeah, I see it.
And huge fix, the fucking cord comes out of the top.
That was always a weird thing about the Dreamcast, is that little notch that you had to put the cord into. Are these all wired? Because the one I have is wireless. So
they've sold wireless versions of some of these, but all of mine are wired. So I have 2 N64 ones, and then the Dreamcast one. They're all wired.
Gotcha.
But they do have like wireless versions of some of the controllers. I know that the Brawler has a wireless version. I think the Dreamcast one, they don't make that model anymore, but they do have a wireless controller for it.
So as I continued down this rabbit hole, I decided it was finally time to pick up a modded 360 to basically install all of my games onto so that I can just play them instead of having to swap discs constantly. So I put in an order for one of those, hoping it comes in soon because I'd really like to play around with that. So I've never had a modded 360, so I don't know. I opted for the slim version, so and I had them put in a 2 terabyte hard drive. So
You just want the blades.
I mean, do you think it'll come with
doesn't?
them?
You can
I'm
can
sure you can opt.
choose
Yeah.
what
sure
you
you can
want.
choose.
I've had many modded 360s. Hell, I used to mod them.
I
But
don't
yeah,
think I'm
you
gonna
can
put
choose.
my regular account on there though. Like,
Why would you do that?
yeah,
But even that, you can still there's masking for that as well. But
yeah, I'm not messing with my original. I don't care about achievements enough, so I just want to play the games. You know what I mean? Without having to swap a disc, because I hate swapping discs. That's literally the only reason I want to do this. Like, it's just install everything on there, and then when I want to play a 360 game, I just boot it up and play it. That's the whole reason I want to do this. What else did I play? Oh, I finally got to check out 64 games on the Polymega, and I might have found that thing's kryptonite. Those games run bad.
I'm not surprised.
Um,
I'm surprised their Sega Saturn one ran as well as it did. But there's 3 consoles that I know that are nightmare. Well, 4, I guess, because the Jaguar is notoriously bad too. But,
not since
Saturn,
the PMU is out, so they run great now.
The Saturn, the N64, and the PS3.
Yes. Saturn runs great on the Polymega. So I've been testing their collections that they put out of the games that they've licensed to sell. And the most recent collections have Body Harvest and Scars, which are a racing game, and then this.
I love Scars.
Yeah.
Scars is so fucking cool.
Yeah, Scars is like an animal-inspired racing game, which is cool.
It's weird because the shark car in Scars, that is a Hot Wheels car. I do not know how they got away with that, but
yeah. Scars runs okay, but it still has a lot of slowdown. Body Harvest is a slide fucking show, and to the point where I don't even know that I can play it. And I've seen a lot of videos online, people talking about 64 games have a lot of issues on the Polymega, and one of the suggestions was like, swap out the processor. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't know. I think the N64 module was a bad choice for them, considering that like it just does not run a lot of games very well. And I don't know how much they can fix that in software, like with firmware updates and stuff. So and then I spent a lot of time playing Metroid Prime 4, which I know we've talked about ad nauseum at this point.
Where are you at?
I am still where I was at. Like, I didn't go any further. It's been football all the time, so I haven't been playing it. But the last thing I did was I got the Thunder Shot after finishing the lava area, which I didn't even know where it was. He just told me to go search somewhere, and I was like, well, I haven't been back to Vault Forge in a while. So I went back there, and I was like, oh, there's a little spot here where I can pull the thing down and go up the elevator.
Yeah, what can you see where like I started to have my real big turn like this? Okay, we returned to Vault Forge once. All right, fine. And then it's like, actually, you're going back again. And I went, okay, all right.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I saw. The biggest thing, and one of the things that I loved about Prime, was like when I walked through an area and I saw something, I was like, oh, I can come back to that. When I'm playing 4 and I see something...
You will be coming back to that.
Yeah, but what pisses me off is I'm like, that's a long fucking way. It's a long fucking way of driving across this pointless desert where every now and then I'll get a gnat that annoys me that I have to press the A button to kill.
Yep.
And then it's like, well, you've also got to watch this cutscene as you traverse through the entrance, when you traverse through the shooting back to Fury Green.
That is one thing that the reason why I upgraded was those are diminished significantly in terms of time on the Switch 2 version.
Yes.
Fuck yeah! And then it's like you go, you get the thing, and then you have to go back.
I'll tell you another thing that really beat me down was I've been collecting a lot of those green jewels throughout the desert, and I was like, man, I got to be getting close to an upgrade. And I went into the menu and looked at the bar that fills up, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even close.
Oh, and I think you have to like do most of it too.
Yeah, I was reading that like the final sections of the game you need to have all of that upgraded, and I was like, so I gotta grind these crystals at some point in this game. And it took me back, I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, but it took me back to the first time I played Wind Waker when I finished all of the dungeons. And then it's like, hey, fucker, you gotta go find all of the Triforks. And I was like, I don't really want to do that because the ocean is kind of boring. So
the good news is that we, at least on the ocean, and this was the bare minimum for me, and they didn't even meet that, was that the grid of the ocean, every grid space had at least one island that was. They weren't all equivalent, but there was at least a puzzle.
yeah, in Metroid, there's just a fucking
There's a lot of desert.
There's wreckages where you find the I don't want to say it if somebody cares about spoilers.
And there's a couple of like small little, I wouldn't even call them mini dungeons. They're the fucking holes that you drop down in like Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh, I do a small puzzle, and then it's like, here's an upgrade.
Well, I want to. So let's just go ahead and jump into news because there's nothing coming out this week. There's no releases. Right. Let's talk about these comments that are going around about Metroid. So I know it was an interview with someone at Retro, I believe, and this caused a lot of damage control out there of like, well, Retro took over what Bandai Namco was making and basically had to retool it, but they had to keep what was already there. And, like, people are blaming Breath of the Wild of saying, like, Nintendo kind of mandated that everybody had to make a game like Breath of the Wild, and that's what they were trying to make Metroid like. And to that I say, okay, I understand bad development cycles. Like, there's been countless stories of teams doing that. But you announced this game in, like, 2017 that Retro was doing it. Isn't that when they said Retro was taking it over?
No, I think it was 2 years. I think it was 2019.
That's still fucking years ago.
It had time to cook. And hold on, I'm just gonna make sure because, like, yeah, I think it was announced because 2017 is the year
they showed the logo, right?
The Switch came out,
and they showed the logo for Metroid Prime 4. I distinctly remember because Reggie was still there when they showed the logo.
Yeah, hold on.
Like, at some point,
like
at some point, you just gotta. And Nintendo...
E3 2017 is when they announced it.
Yeah.
They confirmed it was not by Retro Studios. It was by Bandai Namco.
Bandai Namco was the first.
Singapore. Yeah. In 2018, Reggie said it was well in development and proceeding well. Did not show it 2018. 2019, they announced that development had restarted under Retro. So I was right. It was 2 years later.
So let me say this part. People who are like, well, Namco, they had to take what Namco... Motherfucking Namco worked on it for 2 years, and then you had 6 years to build what you wanted to build. So, like, you can make all the excuses you want, but at some point you gotta own up to the fact... And, like, the damage control out there was already like, well, Metroid Prime 5 is going to be great then. I'm like, no. We're not having this conversation.
There is no Metroid Prime 5.
Probably not.
Fuck it. I'll just come out and say it. Not even spoiler alert, really, because I'm not going to go into details. But, if you're very sensitive to that stuff, I totally understand. Come back in like a couple minutes. I have spoiled myself on what So the big thing about Metroid Prime 4, kind of since Metroid Prime 3's 100% completion video, was that Silex is coming back. Silex was the sort of the character we knew the least about in Metroid Prime Hunters. He was using technology stolen from the Galactic Federation, and apparently the suit was based off of Samus's suit, which, you know, a big part of, and I know not everybody's into the lore, but the big part of the lore is that Samus's suit is Samus's. It was built for her. That's the reason why it can do all the things that it does. Like, no, the Galactic Federation does not have the tools because Samus's suit was built by Chozo and all this bullshit. Whatever. Right? And so to be like, hey, we're kind of gonna pay off on that, right? That teaser is huge. Oh, Silex is the bad guy. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I am on the 4th of like 5 areas in this game. And not once has he really made, has he shown up. And so at some point, I go, what the fuck are we doing? And like, I already don't really care for the plot of the aliens that I'm fucking in this thing. And then you're not even paying off on the stuff
Wait, you're
that you
fucking
said
aliens?
you were going to
You
pay off on.
fucking aliens in this?
I wish.
Whoa, hold on. Wait up.
Seriously, like, this game could have been a lot better if you fucked aliens at this point. It couldn't be worse, in my opinion. Like, is the game okay? Yeah, it's
See,
fine.
that's the other part I want
here's the
to
other
stress
thing,
is, like, I still think it's a good game.
Take the Metroid name away, though, and I still think you would get the exact same complaints about this game.
I think you'd get more complaints if the Metroid name was taken away.
Maybe, but I'm just saying, like, the faults are inherent to the design and the story that they are telling. So, and this is kind of where I like I said last week, you have the story aspect that isn't doing enough to carry me along. And then you have the gameplay aspect, which isn't really doing enough to carry me along. And it's like, neither of them are bad, but when the story's not great and the gameplay is fine, I don't know, like, it's 2025. This is not acceptable. I'm going to say something that's going to piss off some people, but this is Super Princess Peach. Princess Peach Showtime type release, where I don't see it. I don't see the quality control that Nintendo usually puts over stuff. This feels like, just get it out. And it's like,
well, they said that. They said in the interview that like they weren't going to delay it anymore. Like, they were like, well, we're just not going to delay it anymore.
I would have just not released it.
Oh, man, could you imagine the uproar if that game didn't come out?
Honestly, with what I have, I probably would have been upset if I hadn't known, but like, playing it now, I go, is this really the way you wanted this fairly, good series overall to end? And I'm like, with a whimper, it really is just that. It's not a bang, but a whimper. It is not great. Like, it's not first of all, this, and I had arguments online about this, the Metroidvania talk. It's like, this is the type of game where I go, that's the reason why the term Metroidvania sucks, because this game really doesn't have any of that in there. It doesn't. You can kind of get some stuff, but there's no reason to return to other areas on your own time, because the game will probably bring you back there.
I mean, the game expects you to go back there, but it doesn't. I don't know. Like, here's the thing.
It doesn't always tell you outright where to go.
It doesn't always tell you outright where to go, but here's my issue with it is, like, you know that those things are there, but none of them stand out as, like, this is where you need to go to get this.
It doesn't feel like it's a locked off area. It feels like, I'm going to get another...
You're going to get a missile upgrade, or you're going to get, and those are fun to collect, but... Like, sometimes you'll go to a place where you're like, oh, this should have been a missile thing. Nope, this is a required power that you didn't know you needed until you went down this path. That's my big issue, is, like, powers in the original Metroid games were, like, an event. Like you knew it was an important spot to go to get said thing.
I did not love Dread, and I've said that plenty of times. I would replay Dread before I ever touch this game again.
See, I don't dislike it that much, but I still have a lot of issues with it.
The reason why is that at least now I know where my personal issues with Dread lie, so I can work around them. Part of it was fundamental design, sure, but it's whatever. I will approach the game on its own merits. I don't think the merits of Metroid Prime 4 are good enough to go back to and replay.
I'll never replay this, but I am going to finish it.
I'll finish it too, but I could see myself, even though I would not go to that one first. It's like Dread, knowing where I got lost in significantly. It's like, well, if I avoid that, I'm sure my experience won't be tainted the same way. There's still some fundamental things that I just don't comprehend, but again, I mentioned it early on. This game has the inverse problem. All the enemies want to get up close, and I don't have a close-up attack. And in Metroid Dread, it was the alternate. I have a gun, and I have to attack every enemy with a fucking melee attack. So I just don't know if this series knows what it needs to be, which is funny because every other fucking indie dev seems to know what a Metroidvania should be at this point. And so I don't comprehend.
I mean, you say that, and I know where you're coming from, but there's a lot of indie devs who
there's
don't
a lot of crap.
understand
There's a lot of crap, but
I can't tell you the last great Metroidvania that I've played from an indie dev. It's been a while.
It's not my thing, but there's a reason why people love Hollow Knight. And Hollow Knight and Silksong, and it's not just because they're horny for a bug, will be talked about.
Although that's part of it.
That is definitely part of it.
But they won't. But they talked about Hollow Knight too, and Hollow Knight doesn't have the main character is not a bug that they're horny for.
But she is in there.
That is true. Anyways, so to me, it's I just once this game is kind of in the past, I just don't think it's
we won't be talking about it in the future the same way we talk. I mean, to be fair, we don't talk about.
We talk about Prime 2. I think, but I think Prime 2 and 3 still have more staying. Other M.
No,
has more staying power. Yes.
You're incorrect about that.
You could say it's because of negative reasons, but it makes more of an impact than this game does. This game is fine. It's the equivalent of, and when people, I wouldn't say it's a 5. I don't think it's that low, but it feels like it has all the things that make a game that's a 5. It's fine overall.
See, I disagree. I think it's good. I don't think it's Metroid.
I think it's 6.5. That's what I think it is.
If I had to rate it, I'd give it a 7 or 7.5. That's where I would put it.
I would not go 7.5. I can maybe give you 7, but 7.5 seems too high.
I am enjoying my time with the game, but there are plenty of issues for sure.
Yeah, I like games made out of leftover materials. Again, Final Fantasy 15, one of my favorite games of all time. I just don't think that they came through with a vision. And do you see, now that you finished the area, do you see why I said Ice Belt was better than the Lava
Ice Belt is definitely better than the Lava Belt, but I did enjoy the Lava Belt boss fight. That was fun.
Yes, that is different at least. Going back to the lava pit to collect any collectibles is misery.
Which is kind of funny because it exploded. So
you can't go back to that section.
Okay, I was how do you go back?
Here's the thing. No, you can do the first area, but do go into the boss area because there is an upgrade that has almost like a mini game to get it. And I'm like, this is not one of the few times that going back made sense. And I'm like, why does the rest of the game not do shit like this? This was fun. This was different. This made me think of all the other shit you could do with all the space in this fucking game.
That desert needs to be shrunk by about 70%.
The desert just needs to fucking leave. You could have just had a smaller area.
That's what I'm saying.
and
Is the
not
desert should have been
like,
shrunk by 70% because
then I also
traveling
would've-
from one dungeon to another dungeon, going back and forth, is so fucking long.
well, make more dungeon areas. You know what I mean?
Well, of course, make
Like,
more
Vault
dungeon
Forge
areas.
does not have to be visited 3 times.
The game has a lot of issues for sure, and there, you can run your damage control all you want, but when you're already talking about how great 5's going to be when 4 ain't even been out a month,
Yeah, no,
get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you. I honestly, like, the fact that they're even thinking they're getting a 4. This is the Tron. Sorry, 5. This is the Tron Ares of Metroid Prime games. It could be great, but it doesn't matter. It's over.
Unfortunately, I do think it's over. Which Nintendo will be happy because they've always hated. Well, Nintendo Japan have always hated Metroid. So. Oh, what else is going on? Apparently your PSN account can be hacked even if you have 2-factor authentication and a passkey enabled. They only need a transaction number. So.
God, Sony's so great at fucking security.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that their security has gotten better over the years.
Yep. According to Kazunori Yamachi, the Gran Turismo has currently over 2 million monthly active players. Where are they? Because I don't see anybody talking about that game.
I think they're like sports people. I hate
I never
to put it
played
that
the
way.
new one.
I played, so I booted it up this weekend because it was in the news. I was like, I'm gonna go back in and check this out, and then I realized why I stopped playing it. It's like, you got this awful menu system that you got to go through to get to a race. So I go to a race and it's like, well, you got the wrong tires. I'm like, fuck you. Just
each
let me.
race has specific classifications and all that.
I was like, well, if you were smart, you would just say, well, press this button and we'll buy the tires for you. But it doesn't. It's like, well, now you got to go back over here. You got to buy the right tires. Make sure you remember what I said. Make a note of what I said so you can go get those tires. And there's like 6 qualifications. I was like, this is just too much for me. Like, I don't want to race that bad. I'll go race somewhere else where I don't have to have special tires. Oh, Nintendo, what are you doing? They also, Eiji Aonuma says the next mainline Zelda game could combine elements of Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Why?
No. Please no.
Like, that game...
So that's
I'm okay with
like,
those games existing, just don't fucking... I don't need that in my main game.
So that's what, Fog and a million enemies?
Well, it's the next Zelda game is called The Legend of Zelda and the Yellow Turban Rebellion.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's right.
Don't sell me on a good idea, Ken. I'm making fun of it. Slow down. That's the we're adding slow down to
The Legend of Zelda and the Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
There you go. Part
Nobunaga's
6.
ambition.
Yeah. The Legend of Zelda Link's Ambition.
There you go.
I say that, but there is a Pokemon crossover, so
of course there is.
Nobunaga. Yeah, Pokemon Conquest.
Stop doing this. What the hell is this?
I wish we could find at some point the episode of our podcast where we talked about Nobunaga's true ambition was to be a dancer in New York City.
I mean, that tracks.
I remember it being a hilarious conversation, but I could not tell you what episode that was out of the nearly 900.
You can tell it's December because the news is wild. Apparently a Kickstarter of a VR version of the classic Japanese strip mahjong surpassed its goal by 1,690%.
I mean, it's the only way those people are going to see women if you're playing mahjong. So.
Oh man.
To be fair, there's plenty of women that play mahjong.
Yeah, not stripping.
Well, no.
Yeah, that's my point.
Most of them are
mahjong.
in
Listen,
retirement
I've
communities
seen mahjong.
around the country.
Fuck that. Too much work.
The Silent Hill writer said he's forever scared of women and explained why women are so important to Japanese horror games. What is the news this week? What are we doing?
This is a weird week.
Terrence, you'll be excited. Inazuma 11 live stream is set for January 13th at 9 p.m.
By the way, really stretching the definition of news to say game developer is afraid of women.
Yeah.
I appreciate his honesty, at least, though.
Sure.
10 years ago, he would have just hated women, and at least he's just like, I'm afraid of them.
Okay.
We're getting there. It's slow and it's baby steps, but we're getting there.
Okay, here we go. The LCD Steam Deck for $399 is out of stock in the U.S. and according to the Steam Deck site, no longer being produced. So the Steam Deck now starts at $549 US.
Yeah, I don't love this. I don't love this future that we are living in.
Just wait. In the new year, if you ain't bought a console yet, I might suggest you do that. Because they're all going to go up in price.
Yep.
It's only going to get worse.
Yeah. Those RAM prices, man. They're getting out of hand. This one was probably the biggest news story of the week, and not for the right reasons. Vince Zampella, Respawn Entertainment, died in a car crash.
Yeah, terrible.
Apparently, it was in his Ferrari doing like 120 miles an hour or something like that.
Unbelievable.
Do not learn from, like, Paul Walker and shit. Like, stop it. Be safe. God.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a shame because, like, I know that not everybody loves Call of Duty games or whatever. Some people might think it has a net negative. But, I mean, if those games didn't elevate themselves, we would have just had copycats forever, and those games you don't remember for a reason. And then, obviously, Titanfall and stuff like that, like, he changed the industry. There's nothing you can take away from that. Like, he changed the industry, whether you think it's for the better or for worse. That I don't think it's his call. I think that was the business side of things. But like, I loved those campaigns. I'm not a Call of Duty fan.
I mean, he also,
but I love the campaigns.
He also spearheaded, Titanfall 2's campaign, which is great.
Titanfall 2 being
the Jedi games,
the pinnacle of fucking first-person shooter campaigns.
He made Battlefield good again.
Very influential in the industry. Absolutely a different industry without him in it, for sure.
100%.
That said, I don't care what kind of car you have. Please don't drive 120 miles an hour.
Mm-mm. Oh, goodness.
Have to do conversion because... Oh, Jesus Christ! Almost 200 kilometers per hour. Don't fucking go that fast.
Not only could you end up killing yourself, but you could end up killing other people too. So
yeah.
Well, he did. Somebody else passed away.
The passenger of
his
the car.
Passenger,
yeah, he was like launched out of the car or something.
Oh fuck! Yeah,
right.
It's a pretty. If you read the, I'm not going to go into it here, but if you read the write up, it's pretty.
Yeah. Didn't somebody post a video
brutal.
online of it?
I hope not.
I'm not watching that.
Maybe.
I mean, in this day and age, it wouldn't shock me if there's a video of it out there.
Yeah, it was a Ferrari going 100 and something down. I don't know where he was driving in California.
Well, apparently, it was a really bad spot where there's a lot of accidents. So, number one, okay. Don't do that,
Yeah.
Sucks. Front Mission 3 remake is coming to everything January 30th. It's already on the Switch. Any of y'all ever pay attention to those arcade archive games that come out from Hamster? They just released their 500th game.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was Taito's Classic Space Invaders, which is crazy that wasn't already there.
They also released I don't think it's actually the name of the game. I want to say it's based off of... No, I'm thinking the wrong title. God damn it. They just released one that's like the predecessor to Super Smash Brothers. It was an arcade game that had like the same sort of fighting system, where like you had.
Yeah, I saw that on Blue Sky. I can't remember what the game's called now.
Oh fuck! I recognized it right away, and I cannot remember the bloody name of it. And of course, what I just clicked did not help me. So thank you, links that are useless. Outfoxies.
Oh, I saw that release this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I think.
if you because that was the one right before the Space Invaders. So yeah, that was the $4.99.
They put out the arcade version of Ridge Racer this year, so I was excited.
Yeah,
about that.
they've doing crazy shit now.
Yeah, and they're finally putting them on Xbox, which made me happy. 007 First Light has been delayed to May 27th. And the last story I have is Xenogears and Xenosaga writer Soraya Saga is retiring from game writing because of family circumstances. So,
Folks retiring.
we're at that age, dude.
Yeah.
The music we listen to is now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, it's just...
Yeah.
Fuck. Let's get into our twilight years. Oh, anyway, that's
Twilight
all.
years.
That's all I got for this week. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Hope you got what you wanted for Christmas. Be sure to have a good New Year's. Safe would be.
Yeah, also a safe New Year's.
Stay home if you can. If you got to go out, be careful. You know.
Make sure you have
Taxis,
a plan
Ubers,
if you have to go
something.
out.
Yeah, 100%. And don't go out if you don't have to. That's the thing. That's where the age I'm at now. Like, I get all of my running done on New Year's Eve before 5 p.m. I don't want to be out on the roads once the darkness hits.
Yeah.
So, but we'll be back in 2026. It's going to be a good year for games. It's going to be a bad year for game and hardware prices. So, buckle up. I hope you have the console you want, because you're probably going to have it for a while, because I don't see us getting new hardware, because nobody can afford it. So, that's it from us this week. So unless anybody has anything else, we'll get out of here. Heath, bitch.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.